birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. I didn't learn the chords. Happy birthday, dear Renee. Happy birthday to you. Yep. Hooray.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
I'm going to do it 40 times. So hooray.
Don't do it 40 times. We'll be here forever. Although one of my friends, she made me laugh because she put a post on my Facebook saying, happy 19th and 21st birthday. I thought that was classic. I did think that one was classic. You're going to have to learn some Christmas ones. Pretty close. I'm sure if I get Mark's little, we'll have ourselves what's it called? The bloody xylophone. Yeah, I'm sure I remember it on the xylophone.
Particularly fancy in German.
Yeah, it's ancient piano.
Probably still do somewhere.
Yeah. Nice. Now I've actually got the window open tonight, the blind open tonight, because we are meant to be getting a storm.
It's raining here at the moment, so it might be blowing your way.
Yeah, I am hoping, because we have not had a good storm, and we finally got our backyard done. Not the garden section, just the hard landscaping, and it is just so nice to just open those blinds every morning and look at that 6 by 4 meter space of patio and just go, I wish we could have family over for birthday celebrations.
Yeah. I was on Laurel's stream, and Amy says happy birthday. She can't make it.
Oh no. Well, she'd be doing her Preptober, wouldn't she? So
yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Quite possibly.
Yeah. No, well, it's and I'm pretty sure other people are streaming tonight, and then they're doing writing sprints. So
Laurel was going like an hour later than usual, and I thought it might have been because of what's it called, daylight saving. Again, or maybe it's 2 hours later than usual for her then, because normally she was at 5, wasn't she? Right, and then it was 6.
I think so. I'm not sure.
Generally confused. I understand the concept of everyone else is now an hour later, because I know I was really annoyed because I finally got work back to a 9:30 start, and I was like, yay, I'll be able to make Becca and Hannah streams on a Wednesday, and then daylight saving hit and it put it back to as if because I was starting at 8:30 and the streams would start at 8. Now I'm starting at 9:30 and the streams will start at 9. I was like, I can't win. I got 1 week where I can end it, and then nope.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, my thing at the moment is the little fella's routine is so okay. My 40th birthday, daylight saving hits. So what happens? The little fella's routine is screwed. He did not eat any dinner because he snacked all day, because he didn't sleep, because his times are just completely screwed up. So I'm waiting for him to wake up and start screaming.
Yeah. Well, we'll have the star of the book here for the book launch.
Yes. Well, I actually have vlogged a little bit today. I don't know when it will go up, but he has signed every copy.
Yay!
I actually got him to sign the next one in case I stuff up and smudge something. So, but
that's not his signature when he is a grown adult, I'm going to be very disappointed. I mean, to be fair, I have seen grown adults with a signature that looks just like that.
Oh, see, but the problem is just like a normal kid, everyone's different.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a little fine. Everyone is different too.
So
no.
there's this one. I like this one. You did a good job there.
Oh, that's cute. That's really cute.
So yes, we had fun today, and hubby's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Mark's signing the books." And he went, "But you're signing them tonight." I went, No. Mark has to sign them too, but he'll be asleep when the stream's on. Oh dear. I hate daylight savings. I'm buggered. It actually feels like it's bedtime for me at the moment.
I'm trying to work out whether it is later than it says at the moment or earlier.
Well, actually, that's a good thing.
I think it's later.
My laptop should have gone forward. I know my phone did. It's 7:30.
Because it says 7:30. Yeah, I don't think I've got. Or there's an analog clock in the kitchen that is always. There's always stuff in front of it, so I can never see whether it needs a battery or not. I don't know if it still works. So that might be interesting. But other than that, everything's digital and it does it automatically. So I just don't even remember, and I'm just
our radio clock doesn't jump forward unless you turn it on. So this morning we sort of rolled over and looked at the clock and went, "Oh, it's 6 o'clock. Okay, cool, no worries." And then David went, "No, shit," turned it on and immediately clicked over to 7, and we're just like, "Oh, crap."
No.
It's like, no. But it's all good. It's all good. I actually have tomorrow off, so little fella is still going to care because I'm having a day off. It's going to be my first real day off in a long time. So, yeah. So we are here to celebrate the launch of Where is BaaBaa? Yay! Which is actually for sale. And I think I put the links. I think I actually managed to put the links in the subjects today. Woo! I'm really struggling. I'm struggling. My brain is just fried. But so it's actually you haven't seen it yet, have you?
Not in physical, no, because the copy I bought went straight up to AJ. So the girls got it, and they've got it, but I haven't got to see it yet.
Yeah, so we have BaaBaa has gone missing. I hope I can find him. And look at that face. Look at that face.
Look at that face.
Is he in my cot?
Sitting on the floor in the vlog.
Sorry?
It's the same face from when he was sitting on the floor in the vlog. He just looks up and he's like,
yeah. I just love come breakfast time. It's like, are you hungry? Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah. So he's not in the cot. He's not in the cot. Mousy is. Oh, damn it, child. Go back to sleep. He's not in the pram. I'm not reading this at the moment. He's not in the car.
The suspense is real.
Where are you, BaaBaa?
Aww.
No, I miss you, BaaBaa. Where can you be? I don't even remember my own short story here. Is he on the couch? Ready for a cuddle? I think I know. Could he be? Off he goes. In my bag, ready to visit Nana. And we all know this picture. So yeah. So it's just a very short, Hi Sue.
Check all of the stuff when you're putting it on the thing. That was
Keep chatting.
Sentence.
Keep chatting. I have to go get the star of the show. Hold on.
He's crying out to join the party. I'm gonna go I'm gonna take her to kitchen to get a glass of water. Hey!
Hey, Mister, you got two BaaBaas. You have two BaaBaas and a mousey here.
Aww.
So this is not one of the BaaBaas that is in the competition. Because look at the colour difference.
Oh gosh.
No, you can't have that one.
For mine, he was just like, do I get it?
You've already got 4. You don't need a 5th one. He goes, yeah, but if I do a cute smile, will I get it? Who have we got? We got Susie.
Hello.
Hey, Sue. Thank you very much. Brandon's here. Hi, Brandon. Oh, Sue, it's not so much the horrible teethies this time round. It's good old daylight savings time.
Mm-hmm.
And, oh, thanks, Hannah. So, yeah, so we're... See, and he's not afraid of the dark. Oh, you can't see it on his T-shirt. Let me see if I can bring it down. At risk of being hit for copyright. Not afraid of the dark.
Look, I got a copyright claim on my last vlog, so they didn't take it down. They just take all the money from AdSense if it makes any. So if anyone ads on my last vlog, feel free to put ad blocker on because I'm not getting any as well.
But I would have thought that the algorithm would just pick it up and then you could say, hang on, I was singing this. I wasn't, you know, it wasn't.
So it wasn't a claim for a version of the song. It was a claim for the melody of the song.
Oh, but you kept stuffing that up anyway.
I know. It's weird, right? Apparently I did good enough for a copyright claim.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
And I think it was just from the point of, like, I don't know, take 4 or something when I started getting it relatively right. Because I was just like, okay, I fucked that up. Oh, I fucked up the melody as well. Whoops.
So, yeah.
I'm making crumpets.
Crumpets!
Crumpets.
What do you reckon, Mark? Shall we head off? Crumpets? Shall we go, hey? How to derail any live stream, put a baby in it. Hey?
A baby and me, who is the equivalent of a baby in personality terms. Hey, Mark, I can do this.
Mark. Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, guys, what we'll do is let's just open it up and just if you guys have got any subjects you want to chat about whilst we're hanging, because it really is just I can't have my friends and family over for a pizza and wine night.
Pizza.
Yeah, well, that was the initial idea, pizza and wine night. We'll order pizza and enjoy lots of good wine from the Marnong estate, which is just down the road from us.
I've got gin and tonic, but I've drank all the wine. I've got whiskey as well. I could do whiskey and tonic. I don't know if that'd be very good, though.
No, you don't want to do whiskey and tonic. Just do whiskey flat.
Yeah.
I've got ginger beer because my stomach is upset.
Oh, yum. I want ginger beer.
It's just the diet ginger beer from Aldi.
Oh, nice.
Perfectly fine. And it's got literally like 0 sugar in it. So
I could make another batch. I got the stuff. I just need to order ginger and ingredients. Cover your eyes, Junior.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, where is BaaBaa's actually been on sale for a couple of months. It's actually done pretty well. I'm pretty impressed with the sales.
It managed to get a ranking one for about a week.
For this, like, the second week, it was in top 30 of children's picture books. So it wasn't children's picture books about missing teddies or whatever with Amazon, because it's amazing how much you can drill down when it comes to bestseller lists. No, you can't touch the keyboard. And so it's sort of I think it was I can't even remember what it was. Yes, Sue, I know you ordered your third copy today. So being silly. Now, how would you feel about meeting Charlotte at the Maya windows come Christmas?
Don't mind me.
You're drinking my fellow ginger's blood. Yes, I live on the blood of ginger.
Blood of the ginger. Oh, I bought some hair dye yesterday and like an ombre kit so I can lighten my ends. I'm really tempted to try and do like a phoenix sort of end because I've got orange and burgundy.
Oh, nice, nice.
I've also got a couple of packets of like ultra bright red, so I could mix those three in like not like mix them together, but like do like feathering sort of stuff of all three of them.
Yeah.
I'm not sure whether
Hannah,
try and vlog it or just stream it like last time.
I would suggest blog it because you can put the camera aside and not touch it. When if you have to touch the screen for a reason, you're going to end up colouring your Mac, which
I might try and enlist Bree's help when she's back home. She's been away all weekend, so had the house to myself.
Yeah, Hannah, I was pretty impressed. Like, I was not expecting it to sell as well as it did in that first couple of weeks because it's my first release. No one knows who I am. I don't have any algorithms on Amazon for, if you like this, but you might like this sort of history. And it sold really, really well for that first couple of weeks. And I've only I tried Facebook ads for a month and I got nothing. Very few click-throughs, and I think I maybe sold 4 books in the last month. As you can tell, I'm quite open about this stuff. I don't hide things like that. So what I also have done now is I'm trying the Ingram Spark. They have this catalogue that you can pay to go in, and there's a specific one for what's it called? There's a specific one for children's literature. So I've put it in that, and I'll see what that does. I have no idea when it gets released. I'm kind of hoping this end of quarter because I think it'll be a good Christmas book for people with young kids. Yes, Brandon, you do need to buy a copy. Although, look, I would suggest you check Amazon carefully for your shipping costs. Because depending on where it prints,
there's got to be a UK printer.
Oh, I'm pretty sure there is. Yes, I know you've dropped them. I'll pick them up in a second.
It also is on like the Prime shipping as well. So if you've got a Prime account, or if anyone you can order through their account has a Prime account, you can get free shipping.
Yeah, it's like I've got the signed ones on my website, and I'm going to keep them up until I sell them out. So if they don't sell out for 2 years, I'm just going to leave them there. It doesn't cost me anything to keep them listed for sale. But my shipping's horrendous. It's actually going to cost me something like $22 to ship to the US. And that doesn't include packaging.
Yeah. That's about what I'd expect, but
yeah. Oh, well, I did
terms. That's only like, I don't know, like $15 US or less.
Yeah. See, but I did the calculations beforehand, and I thought it was going to be about $18 Australian. So, but when I got a sale and I plugged it into Australia Post, I've got everything ready to go in Australia Post. I haven't purchased the shipping yet, because if someone wins, I'm going to have to change that package.
Yeah.
Because that won't fit into a tough bag. No, you can't have that one. But yeah, so it sort of did surprise me, because I had looked on the prices. No, Mark. And I honestly thought that it would be about $18. So that's all right. Yeah, Hannah. We've had it pretty successful with our not-for-profit, when we run our Lego fan event in Cardinia in Melbourne. We get quite a lot of sales from it, from using the Facebook ads, but maybe it's because it's the medium, because we do target the area, obviously parents with kids, that sort of stuff. So I don't know. Yeah, maybe if I'd spent the time tweaking it, I probably would have hit the perfect group. But I just thought I'll give it a month, then I'll turn it off, and then I'm going to give this Ingram Spark option, and then we'll see what happens. And, to be honest, that's it. I'm not going to do any more advertising past tonight, because as far as I'm concerned, this is actually, I'm proud of it. I am very proud of what I've done, but at the same time, it was a learning experience on how to use Ingram Spark and how it all figures into things. So, yeah. I'm not sure what you mean with that one, Sue. Oh, you got your copy so you could try to win BaaBaa? Okay. Okay. Oh, Brandon, don't send people YouTube links, Brandon, because it will take them away from us. Take them away from our chat. And Amy Lee, yes, you're stream jumping at the moment, Amy Lee. Thank you for joining us.
There's a copy of Happy Birthday that I've got me.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we got to find out whether or not hey, Baba. We got to make sure Happy Birthday is not copyrighted.
Well,
just stop dropping your teddies.
Anyway, too.
You're right. He's so tired. Uh-oh. Who did you drop? Oh, you dropped BaaBaa number 2. Hold on.
He's fainting so he can grab the new one.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, man. That would be so funny. But also, I wouldn't put it past him.
He's so bloody cluey, the kid. He's figured out. Yeah, okay. I think it's time for you to go to bed in a minute. He's you just see him, and he's it's like in Jurassic Park where they go, you can just see her figuring things out. It's like, yes, he look at this. He's figuring out that if he pulls on this, it makes Mummy's entire entire screen move. You right, Papa? To go to bed now? You said hello to your adoring fans.
Hey, Yazza.
Hey, Yazza, sorry. Okay, I am going to attempt nap Mark 2. You know what?
The masses.
BaaBaa is damp and stinks. I'm holding the wet end at the moment. One of the wet bits. Okay, just give me 2 seconds, guys. Let me try to put this little fella down.
But not in the way that you put your pets down. And Renee couldn't hear that, so that makes it even funnier. How is everyone this fine evening, afternoon, or whatever time it is in your zone? Aww.
There will be screaming.
I think you'd already taken the earphones out, but you said time to put this one down, and I said not in the way you'd put a pet down, hopefully.
Well, one of my girlfriends is going through that horrible experience right now with her cat. Yes, I really wish he would, Sue, but he's got the lungs going. I don't know if you can hear that or not.
Vaguely.
Yeah. Yeah, so I really want crumpets now.
I have more, but you're too far away.
Yeah. Well, it's I actually did have pre-stream snack, which was some fresh bread with jam and cream on it.
I went into the kitchen originally to refill my glass of water. When I came back with the crumpets, I bloody left it there.
Yeah. Just gonna show the evidence that we did. Oh, too late. Sorry.
I didn't even do that because you were vlogging. I did that because I turned the lights out and it looked all spooky. We're gonna wait and record it later.
Yeah. But yeah, so good, he's going down. Yay. So guys, those of you in the chat, if you do have any questions or about how, the process of what I went through with doing BaaBaa, please ask. But yeah, I guess there's not really much else to do other than sit here and sign these damn things. Oh, and run the competition. Now, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to do the competition now so we know who wins?
I don't mind, up to you. What does the chat want? I'm happy to just attempt to play elevator music on ukulele while you sign them all.
I must admit, I did no prep work. I have no idea how Brandon Sanderson does it or anyone else. So I'm just making shit up as I go along. Oh, good. Mousy has been inserted. You might actually go to sleep now. He's cut three teeth in 3 weeks, and he's got 3 more teeth moving in his gums. So he wants us to wait to the end. Okay. Well, actually, the only people that are actually entered the competition are those that actually got a signed copy. So what I will do is get your butt down on into that crib, young man, and go to sleep.
Do you want some chord progressions while you sign?
Oh yeah, we can chat. Not really fast, but this first one is for Charlotte. Just got to be careful I don't ruin the book whilst I do this. Just making sure the pen works.
anyone can guess what song I'm doing the chords from, I don't have anything to offer, but bonus invisible point worth one appreciation.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to actually show you guys. So this is what you get when you buy the signed copies. You get a BaaBaa charm, who is stinking cute. Does that focus? Yeah. And you get a little magnet.
Ooh!
So the magnet, obviously.
I'm excited to stick that in my fridge.
Yeah. And then, did you see BaaBaa? He's so cute. He's so majestic looking. So
I kind of want like a chess set where the knights are BaaBaas.
Oh dear, oh dear. I actually am going to need another pen.
We'll serenade people.
Luckily, I have a pen that I love, and they're almost impossible to get at Officeworks, so I buy them in bulk.
Oh, I need to start doing that. I've run out of pens because I got refills to my favourite pen and then I left the actual pen on the freaking train.
Yeah, this is the Signo 307. And they always have them. They always have them, but they don't always have the pack. And the pack is like four black ones. Or you can get 2 black, 1 red, 1 blue.
We have a mystery. Hello, Nathaniel Rust.
Yeah, that's a little bit enthusiastic.
Where the fuck is BaaBaa?
Might be a little bit enthusiastic for a 12-month-old. It was when I wrote that book. But, I tell you what, though, it is based off a true story. My original release story, is inspired by the tears of children. And, oh, my God, he was a monster. We have 4 of them. And we couldn't find one.
What did he do with them all?
We cycle them. So he only has 1 or 2 actually that he's using during the week. And we have the other 2 clean. And then we'll swap them over and we'll wash and dry the 2 that he's been using because he sucks on them like a dummy. So he actually sits there and chews on them. And because he's never taken to a dummy, but he uses the comforter all the time. So, yeah, we just couldn't let him just have 1 constantly. So, but, oh, yeah, until we found that, he knows how many he has. He knows where I keep them. And, yeah. Yes, he does know where he knows where we keep them.
He's a smart lad.
Oh, too smart. Too smart. Yes. So who is the next person? I'll be Beth. Sorry, I've actually got some people have actually requested personal messages, so I'm just reading it. So it's a little bit distracted. Just let me do that. See, boy.
Yeah, but I bought a really nice pen at Officeworks and I bought a heap of refills for it because I really liked it. And then I lost the actual pen, so now I just have the refills and I don't have anything to put them in. So that's annoying. But, I mean, shit happens, right? That's what what's his face would say. That atrocity of a PM that we finally got rid of. Only to replace him with someone just as bad.
What do you do? What do you do? Oh, yeah, I've got to sign my name. Hold on.
Can anyone guess what chords I'm playing? Like, not what chords, but what tune that I'm playing the chords to?
I know it. I just can't think of it. Yes, I actually have not found refills for the 307 at all. So I just, as far as I'm aware, they don't sell refills, which is a shame. Ooh, Pilot Fix and pens, they're nice. They are nice. These are my favourite. These are my favourite drawers. These are the staters.
Nice.
And I've got a red, and I've got, and I've got my blue one. Because I learnt to draw by drawing comics, and in the manga world you use the red and the blue because it doesn't show up when you scan the actual picture. And of course my Microsoft pen. And what else have I got in here? And my tablet pen.
I like this one. I got it at Big W, and you can still get it. It was like $4, and I almost ordered more from eBay today. It's the where's the thing? Like Pilot. It is not showing up, is it? Oh, it's upside down. Yeah.
But I think I recognise the pen. I've seen them before.
Yeah, it's the V-Ball grip with 7 mil.
These ones. The only problem with these is I'm left-handed, and they are quick dry. They are quick dry, but just sometimes if you're writing on something that's got that sheen, it just doesn't.
You just got to learn to write right to left instead of left to right, and write everything backwards.
I actually used to write in my books at school. I would write like you do in Japanese. In Japan, and it used to drive the teachers nuts. And they'd be like, "Why are you doing that?" And I'd be like, "Because I actually used to flip it as well too, so the spine was on the side, so it wouldn't interfere with my hand." And because the teachers and they used to go, "Why you do that? Why you do that?" And I was like, "Because I got my pen license taken from me when I tried to write with the spine here, because I did get my pen license taken from me in grade 1, and I am very dirty on that. Because the teacher actually thought I was pretending to be left-handed because I wanted attention, because she had actually had both my older brothers in her classes over the years, so she knew I was a third sibling. And she actually thought, she actually sat down with my parents one year. My dad still tells this story today and goes, I think she's just trying for attention. She doesn't really write left-handed. I mean, her handwriting's so messy. And my dad turned around and said, "No, she's left-handed. She broke my nose when I was teaching her to box the other year." Because he forgot I was left-handed, didn't he?
Oops, watched the wrong one.
Yep.
Oh, gosh. I've been listening to the audiobook of The Second Mistborn all day, pretty much. So I got basically nothing done today, but I listened to maybe 4 hours of it or so. It's so good. But there's there's a moment like that where she's in a fight and she uses someone else's expectation of what she's going to do to win. Yeah, good.
Yeah, see, I'm actually planning. I don't want the stream to go too late tonight because I'm planning on starting this tonight.
I haven't started it yet.
Well, I've got. I love that smell. I love the smell of real book. Someone needs to bottle that into a candle and a perfume and an incense. Oh,
New
anyway.
book. I wonder if they can get a car air freshener that's new book smell rather than new car smell.
The only problem is if you've actually watched the new Doctor Who's, the episode about the library. Have you seen that one?
Library?
Yeah. It's just a little creepy.
The Vaccinarada will eat you. Those were some good episodes. There was the first River Song episodes with Ten and Donna. That series was the best series. The Ten and Donna series was my favorite.
You see, I still like the old series. All the new series are great. They're fantastic. But when people turn around and go, oh, you know, I'm going to rewatch Doctor Who from the start, and they put on Eccleston, I'm just like, that's not the start, guys. If you want the start, I have the start for you. In fact, I have copies of the lost episodes where it's just audio and a couple of drawn pictures. Because that's all they have left, because they can't find them.
I'm trying to work out how to play the theme tune on ukulele now.
Okay, that's one. Oh, he's enacted the summoning technique. Bear with me whilst I go and throw his teddies back in the cot. That was the I did not get my way scream. Oh, jeez. So, guys, anyone in the chat have any questions about the process that I went through with Ingram Spark, or just in general with writing it? I'm trying to keep you entertained whilst I'm doing something rather boring. I mean, I'm not even looking at the screen. I'm just no. But
So you said a while back, I'm curious about writing of BaaBaa word count wise. How did you decide? Was there a scale that you worked off of?
With BaaBaa, no. Well, actually, I kind of did. What I did was I had the idea, because obviously, as I was saying earlier, we lost BaaBaa. And then I sort of thought, oh, I could write a kid's book about this. And so what I actually did was I went and actually grabbed a couple of Mark's picture books. And I just I counted how many pages each were. I looked at what sort of the content was, in which case this was like 18 pages long and maybe 1 or 2 sentences per double spread. So it was really, really light. Now, in saying that, I have since bought a book about writing children's stories, but it's more for older kids. So they're talking more sort of maybe ages 5+. And that's got a lot of good advice in it. That one is called, give me a second. If the child would stop screaming, I could concentrate.
That sounds like from My Fair Lady. Or Sound of Music. Or really any of those old musicals.
Oh, I can't find my Kindle. Was it Kindle I owned it in, or was it Google? Oh, God. I think it's Play Books, actually. It's actually called Writing Picture Books by... Anne Whitford Paul, who's apparently written a heap of them. So, and that's been pretty good. I've been reading it, and it's been quite interesting. I do feel that she's talking about slightly older kids, though, not so much the under 2 age group. I just might not have gotten to that chapter yet. No, hubby's at work. He is safe at work. But he would be safe anyway, because he actually got me a really nice birthday present. So, shit. And now my Arlo's stopped working. I'll worry about that later. Yeah, that was a pretty good one. That was I was expecting to be picked up scream, and you didn't pick me up. Mainly navigating it, because there's not much in the way of how to. Like, I'm sure there is in the help section, but what I found is that it wasn't very clear about where to go and what to do a lot of things, which is in a way why I did this to start with, because now I know how to navigate the inside of Ingram Spark. So hopefully it's going to be easier when I get around to actually doing the novella, which I'm hoping to do in the next 3 to 6 months. Yeah, so it's that's the main problem I have with Ingram. The other issue I had is because Ingram is a US company, but they have an Australian base, some things are charged in Australian dollars and some things are charged in US dollars. So when you upload your book, or for instance, I've recently paid the price to put my book in one of the catalogs. It's all US. So you got to have in your head, oh shit, this is going to cost me US dollars, and transfer it. But if you order a pile of books and you get it printed in Australia, it's Australian dollars. So you're in the same website, and they do try to make it clear, but I reckon all they really have to do is write US next to the amount, because to list a book for print and ebook is $50. $50 US, not $50. And I know that really only affects those of us not outside of the US, but I did find that interesting.
The rest of the world.
Yeah, well, you know, it's kind of like inches and centimetres, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
I think I just worked out how to play Sound of Music on ukulele.
I really think Charlotte's trying to get us done for copyright tonight, just because she can.
Look, it'll just take your AdSense and give it to the Sound of Music, whoever wrote that.
Oh, come on. You got to have what? You got to have something like 1,000 followers to get that? Yeah.
4,000 watch hours. So.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. Not for a very long time. Sorry, guys. I have to log back in to my monitor. There it is. Yeah. But I think more with the with Ingram, you just got to get in and start playing with it. But the problem is until you have a book ready to go, you don't really want to get in and start playing with it because everything costs money. So it's this real and they're expecting, okay, they're expecting you to be an expert. They're expecting you to be a professional, to know what you're doing. So, for instance, they have that option for you to create a cover. So you tell them, you plug in how many pages your book's going to be and, what size you want to print it at, and they'll tell you how thick the spine's going to be. So and they'll generate you a PDF so that you can make your cover and make it fit. But when you get into Ingram Spark and when you're uploading things, they require a very specific color code. And if you're like me and you only have Photoshop Express or Elements, it's actually called now, it actually is quite difficult to get that color code to save. You really got to argue with the system because Photoshop wants to continually save in Photoshop color code. So Ingram Spark's biggest issue, and this is, and after watching a few other people that have had problems with Ingram Spark, is I do believe that Ingram Spark, they're there for you as a self-publisher, but they're not there for you if you're not professional. Does that make sense?
Mm.
You can't just go in there and get your hand held, if you want someone to hold your hand, go and pay a vanity publisher to do the uploads for you. It's not vanity publisher, but go pay a publisher to do it. One of those people that will do that service for you. Don't pay a vanity publisher because you'll get nothing and they're useless. But there are people out there that do that service for you. So you pay them, they'll do all your layout, they'll do all your cover stuff, and they will get it uploaded properly for you in Ingram Spark. Like I spent, now my first upload was free because I did a deal. I used I used a code, but I ended up paying, I had to upload the internals 3 times and I had to fix the cover once. So I ended up paying 4 revision fees before I even had this book out for sale because I kept stuffing up format. And that's where people, and I could have got up in arms and cracked the poos and said, well, they haven't really made it clear, because it wasn't clear. But I'm not a professional who's been working in the industry, and I'm not sitting in a publishing house with a person sitting beside me who's been doing it for 20 years telling me, okay, click this button, now go to here, okay, see how that's correct, so now it will upload properly. I was literally wading through mud. I think you do have to go into it with that little bit of that knowledge, is that you are going to get things wrong and it's going to cost you because they're expecting you to get it right. They do have a service where they'll do it for you, but it costs money. So, it's how much do you have to spend?
And also, it may be that if you're going to do trial and error and keep getting it wrong, it might be working out cheaper for you to pay them to do it for you.
It may. But see, the thing is I always wrote this off. I had always written this book off profit-wise. It may make its money back in 10 years because I'm never going to pull it down. It's always going to be available for sale. It's not like it's ever going to go out of print. But I'm not expecting it to make its money back in a month or 2 months or 5 months, because it was, for me, it's okay. With my history of making handmade jewelry, this is what you had to do. You had to make something. You have to put it up online and see if it sells. If it doesn't sell, you make something else. But all the cost of that material's already been spent. You may have only made one item, but you've still spent the money on those materials and the time making it and things like that. So to me, that was what this was. This was a way to figure things out.
Yeah, and you need to learn somehow, and I always think the easiest way to learn is just to do.
Yeah, that's how I learn. I learn very much by doing. There's things in this that I'm looking at some of the pictures and going, oh, I could have done that a little bit better. I could have angled that better or done slightly better exposure. But you don't know that. I'm looking back on this with 3 months of experience and reading up on graphic design and layouts and, book covers and things like that. And, yeah, okay, I've learnt a lot in 3 months. Okay, the thing that made me laugh the most was I put this up, I made it live, I got a congratulations email from Ingram, and the second email I got from Ingram was, why don't you take one of our courses on how to create a book cover? And I'm sitting there going, you couldn't have offered me this beforehand. But I did do it. I did actually do it. And actually it's really good. So if you get into the Ingram Spark, I think it's just on their normal, you don't have to log in. They've got like a learning studio, and they've got a lot of good stuff in there. But yeah, it did make me laugh though, that I just put it up, and I think it was like 2 or 3 days later I get an email, would you like to do our course on learning how to do book covers? You couldn't have done this beforehand. But yeah.
That is pretty funny. Like they've clearly needs help.
yeah. That's what I thought. Like, is my cover that bad? Does it really break all the rules?
That's hilarious. And sometimes it's just like an automated machine process. And the fact that it's an automated machine process just makes it even funnier, because it's like the machines are gaining sentience and going, let's help her. We need to fix this. We need to help. But yeah, no, that's really cool. I forgot. I think I had a thought, but I might not have had a thought. I've forgotten if I had a thought or not. Does anyone in the chat have a thought? I think Sui was adding that book about children's books to her TBR.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, if you need the name again, Sue, just message me and I'll send it to you, because I got it recommended to me. I asked in Beth's Discord, I asked for any recommendations, and someone recommended it to me there. And it's actually, like, I haven't read much of it. I have had that kind of month. Let's not discuss it. I'm actually, the only reason I managed to get through Going Postal this month was because Going Postal is just so much fun to read.
Oh yes, so is.
I love Going Postal.
Making money is great. Making money is also a lot of fun. And there's so much like veterinary wit in there.
Oh good, because veterinary is just awesome.
Oh, it's the best tyrant.
I just like how he goes, tyrant? It's just like, guys, you call me a tyrant? Let me be the tyrant.
It's so funny saying it to Guilt, and Guilt was the one who just wrote an article in the Times calling him a tyrant.
Yes.
And then he's like, you can't do that. And he's like, wait, aren't I supposed to be the tyrant? Oh gosh. Pratchett truly is like a master of satire and like both funny and genius. Jess, do you reckon I can count this as an Inktober sketch?
I reckon you could.
It's a little shit, but
so yeah, you've had a rough too. You've had a rough.
Yeah.
I hope you are feeling better.
It's been quite the month, that's for sure. I've even lost track of what month it is half the time. There we go.
Oh, the rains are here, Marge. The rains are here. Sorry. Do you think this one is a good dedication? This is to one of my workshop crew.
Yeah.
Thanks for dealing with all my grammar brain farts over the years.
I like that. I considering, because this is pretty much an empty pen, I'm trying to decide whether I liked it enough to buy like a pack of 4 of them off eBay. Because I found them on there. They were slightly cheaper than buying them individually from W, I think, but not much.
I do love these. I do love this. Oh, this is actually made by Mitsubishi. Mitsubishi Pencil Co.
Nice. They can do cars. They can do pens. Is there anything they can't do?
They do planes too, don't they?
Fucked if I know.
Who knows? I think my child has finally passed out.
That deserves celebration.
Yeah, let me break out the hard stuff, the soda water.
Project Cookie could possibly be a children's book. Oh, that's exciting.
Oh, yeah.
Children's book for adults is always fun as well.
Oh, and I've signed them all. And I didn't stuff any up, so I still have my spare one. That's all right. I'm keeping one for myself because I realised that I'd only actually ordered 50 charms, which meant that I couldn't keep one if I sold 50 books. So I'm keeping one for myself. Actually, I'll keep one for Mark. And
yeah, you can keep a book for like to gift to someone, and then you keep
I've got books. I bought like I think I bought like 20 extra because I was going to gift them all to my family come Christmas, like make it like the Christmas gift. And then half of them went out and bought one. So I'm just like, well, there goes that idea.
Oh, that idea. Oh, well.
Cool. Yeah. Oh, good luck with it, Sue. Yeah.
I think I saw the post, but Instagram's been doing that annoying thing where, like, as soon as you refresh, it gets rid of all of the ones before. Have you noticed that?
Oh, yeah. And then have you noticed if you scroll down and it goes to that tick where you're up to date, everything after it is a suggested post?
It's so annoying. Unless there's like a little button you can press to see older posts. Yeah. It's so
annoying. Okay. So the only thing we have left to do is do the competition and see who won a BaaBaa. But what I might do is before we do that, does anyone have any questions in the chat? Anything else? Because I must admit, I wouldn't mind making this about just over an hour because I'm tired.
Yeah, I was going to do stuff today. I didn't. There's still stuff I could do, I guess.
I've got yeah. To be honest, technically it's only meant to be 7:30, but it's actually 8:30 for us. And he's got started again.
Work at the equivalent of 7:30 a.m. tomorrow.
The first alarm's always the hardest. Hey, Sue, there's been a very, very successful children's book for adults called Go the Fuck to Sleep. I really want a copy of that book right now. Nah, he's not well. He's so sore. So
I really like the what's it called? The donkey one. There's like a video of a Scottish grandma reading it and pissing herself laughing.
I don't know that one. You guys, Queensland and New South Wales have, is it Labor Day or something tomorrow? I actually, oh, well, you know what it was? Normally the NRL game would be on tonight. Just like normally the AFL grand final would have been on Saturday and we would have had Friday off.
Was Friday meant to be like a public holiday anyway?
No, it's going to be the 23rd of October now.
It's I won't get it because I don't work Fridays.
Yeah, I know. I don't work Fridays either. So, yeah. Yes, no, it's anyway, guys, let's draw this. So we have 6 eligible entrants and
tension build up.
You meant to do the tap on the thing, yeah. Okay, and it is sorry. Do you know the one I read out what I wrote the dedication to?
Yeah.
She won.
Woo!
Yes.
Right.
So the nice fresh BaaBaa is actually going to one of my workshop colleagues. I won't say her name because I'm not sure she wants to be acknowledged publicly as my grammar Nazi. But no, actually, she would actually, because if you jump on Amazon and do a Google search for Jeannie Meekins, you will find an extreme amount of kids' books and some novels by her as well, and a pretty good sci-fi novel, I might add. But yeah, she's won the BaaBaa, and I do know that her daughter has just had another baby, so I'm assuming that's where this one's going to go. Congratulations, Jeannie. I will get this to you with your book because, yes, when we're allowed to meet in public again.
Hopefully by December.
Yeah.
So we can get out for Vlogmas.
Because I've kind of committed the Vlogmas now. I have not just done a cute little logo, which I sent you a photo of today, but I have also managed to do a intro and an outro in my movie, in my premiere, and make a template. So I'm going to try to do it this year. I don't know how many days I'll get through.
We'll see. Do that because I'm just like, I wish I had an intro or outro thing that was like decent.
Oh, mine's not decent. Mine's just a couple of photos from the last couple of Christmases. Because, for those of you that don't know, we're a very big Lego family. And so we actually jokingly call our house the brick home. And so this year we're going to be doing Vlogmas from the brick home, or with the brick home. So, yeah. Yes, so I don't have to post it. Yes, that actually, I must admit, I was kind of giggling because I said laughingly to one of my other to my workshop colleagues that if one of them wins, it saves me postage. So yeah, apparently the universe is with me on that one.
Yay for cheap postage.
Yeah, well, look, so that's my thing is we as a family aren't huge on Christmas, and it's not so much because we don't like Christmas or anything like that, but it's more so that over the years my hubby works. He's a security guard. He works, and there's no off time for him. I'm in sales. I work. There's no off time for me. So we very rarely do the family thing where you would go down to, was it Brighton has the sand castle, the sand sculptures. Is it Brighton that has the sand sculptures every year? Or we don't necessarily go down the beach a lot, or we don't go to the Christmas markets a lot, because I tend to buy a lot of my Christmas gifts online, usually starting from about now. I may have left it too late this year because our postage might suck But yeah, so it's. But I really want to make an effort to do something decent this year, particularly little fella's now getting to that age where he's going to start remembering things soon, and I just think it'd be nice to do, start doing some regular things, including going to the Maya windows, which I used to do every year with my parents, with my mum. So
I have been maybe 2 or 3 times. I think the first time we went, we might have been into the city to see a musical or something, and then we went past my window. We're in the city to do something, and we went and did the whole queue up. But yeah, I always since I've lived in the city, I've always been around somewhere in the city.
Well, look at too. Fed Square now usually has the big Christmas tree in the middle.
And a scavenger hunt with my housemate sometime around Christmas that I think was like a Harry Potter themed one, but that was fun.
Well, usually is it mid-November? There's usually the Gothic picnic party for all the goths of Melbourne. That used to be fun to go to. I used to enjoy that. But yeah, so don't worry, Mum will mostly be all about food too, because food is good. But
food, yeah. We've got a Christmas tree with a box of decorations that usually ends up still up around March because we just never put it away after we finally put it up.
Well, we've been doing, because we're outfitting our garage, and I really hope to bring you guys in for a tour of it soon. But we're outfitting our garage as we're going to call it the Brick Cave for various reasons, which will become obvious when you see the video of it. But one of the things God, I've lost my train of thought now. Oh, one of the things we moved out was the Christmas stuff. So we moved the Christmas stuff out of the garage to put things, and Mark's staring at the tree going, what is this magic, Mum? What is this? Because he doesn't remember the tree from last year because he was too young. So, but now he's looking at the tree, and he was looking at all the baubles, and we're just oh yeah, this year's going to be that kind of year. So let me just notify the winner. Okay.
Yeah, I think I was a little too young to remember this year's one properly. Although he'll be almost 7 months old by Christmas. Yeah,
Mark was too young last year. He was just under 6. No, he just hit 6 months, and it's just a blur. He won't even really remember this year, but he's old enough now to interact with it.
Yeah, I'm just really looking forward to when they declare that we're COVID safe, so I can go and everyone.
We won't be COVID safe until we have the vaccine.
Yeah,
and me and my work colleagues don't expect to be back in the office till after New Year's.
Mm.
My theory is they're going to wait for Christmas because they want to see if families make it blow out again.
Yeah. Hopefully we can get to sort of New Zealand level and keep it there if they're really, really strict on the one coming in sort of thing.
Yeah.
Because New Zealand is almost back to normal now. If you go to New Zealand, you have to spend several weeks in quarantine to get the test. And it's a really strict sort of quarantine, but it means that they haven't had any more outbreaks. So
exactly. So yeah, I'm look. It's just reading what Sue's writing. It's all about the little people. Yeah. Look, it's in the seat, and it's just going to be, this year's going to be fascinating because it's going to be the first time Mark gets to interact with the idea of Christmas. Next year is going to be the painful one because he's going to be presents. Yeah, I can't wrap the presents and put them under the tree this year, I don't think. I think they'll all get opened. He loves Terry. He loves. Oh, I shouldn't admit this. This just shows you how bad a mother I am. We went shopping the other day, and he was hungry. And so I bought him a muffin from Muffin Break, didn't I? But you know what he did? He knows he saw the lady put the muffin in the bag, and David's like holding it. I said, give him the muffin. Like, this is the whole muffin. And David just gives him, but David's like, oh, I've got to break it up now. I said, just give him the bag. Give him the bag. He opens it and he looks into it and his arm reaches down and he goes. It was one of the health muffins. But he saw her put the muffin in the bag. So he knew it was in there. And that's what I'm looking forward to this year. Is like he's going to see things and he's going to know, you know. I am really looking forward to that this year.
Yeah. That's so cute.
Well, see, what happened was about 2 weeks ago, because this was okay, for those of you not in Australia, this was, or Melbourne, this is the first week we were allowed to go shopping as a family in like 2 months. Like up until now, it has to be one person doing the food shop. But the thing is obviously because I've got Mark, I have to have him with me because if my husband's working, I've got no one to take care of him because we live on our own. And I can't drop him off at my mother-in-law's place because she's in a high risk. You know, it's just anyway. And so about 2 or 3 weeks earlier, I had bought a muffin for me, but I couldn't eat it because I had my mask on. So what does Mark do? Mark got into the bag and ate the whole muffin. By the time we got to the car, the muffin was gone. So he remembered, didn't he? He remembered 3 weeks later that there was a muffin in that bag. This kid.
Oh, man. So smart.
He's cluey. I not necessarily think he's, like, he doesn't have to be intellectually smart. But he's clever. He's clever. And he's figured out if he angles his body on a certain way, he can get through past a certain barrier we have in the lounge room, and he can reach the mouse and the remote that control the TV. Because guess who wants to watch Wiggles all the time?
My brother, when he was little, Mum got rid of the TV when we were little because when I was a baby, Gilbert was at that age where he'd figured out how to turn it on by himself.
Yeah.
And he kept turning it on when he wasn't supposed to and putting on like Thomas the Tank Engine or something. And Mum's solution was to just get rid of the TV so he couldn't.
Yeah. So what we've done is like I let him have Wiggles for an hour, usually after 5 o'clock, because I'm cooking dinner. He's sitting in the lounge room or even standing in the lounge room doing a little wiggle to the Wiggles. So it's an exercise for him. So I can actually cook dinner. Otherwise, he would be in the kitchen under my feet screaming because he knows I'm cooking dinner and he's hungry. He actually knows when I walk into the kitchen that I'm going to start cooking dinner. He's that cluey. And we got him one of those KitchenAids so he can actually stand up at the bench and watch. Problem is he's got octopus arms. He can reach everything.
He's going to be a real handful, I reckon.
He's pretty good. If you tell him no, he is usually pretty good. I mean, obviously he's 15, 16 months. I mean, he doesn't really understand anything except he wants. But he is pretty good. He is pretty good. He's very, like, one thing that I think is the reason I think he's not just clever, he's smart, is he does deal with the cats really well. Like, he gets excited. He does have his moments of overexcitement, but he's not always screaming and running after them like I know some babies have been. And he today I could just hear him laughing. I was in here trying to get some work done, like pre-prep before tonight, and he was just laughing. And I'm like, what is he doing? And I went out there, and here's JJ asleep. Well, he had obviously been asleep and got woken up on the couch, surrounded by ball pit balls. And he was kicking them back to Mark, and Mark was pushing them back to him across the couch.
Oh my God.
I mean, they were just having gentle play. He wasn't chasing the cat. He wasn't yanking on his tail. He wasn't trying to grab his hair. They were just playing. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's so cute.
Yes. Oh, don't worry, Sue. When he's old enough, he'll be allowed to stir and lick the spoon when he's finished stirring.
Those are always like the best like cooking.
That never harmed me. It was helping my mum do the cooking, and then afterwards I got to lick the spoon.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, they wouldn't sell cookie dough eat it if it was, well, they probably would, but like, you know what I mean.
Yeah. They sell eatable cookie dough now. Like, you can eat it raw. When some of it says don't eat raw because it contains eggs or whatever, there are some now that are sold as eatable raw.
Yeah.
Oh, no. So the problem with that is that he knows it's empty. It doesn't distract him. He wants to help. Yeah. But anyway. Okay, well, if we don't have any more questions tonight, guys, we might call it there so we can get a decent night, all of us. I might go start. I thought that was a lightning flash, but it's just my it's just the screensaver on my husband's computer. I think I might go start this now. Or should I knit? I might knit instead. What do I do?
Are you in a sci-fi mood or anything mood? If you listen to the audiobook that's on YouTube, you could do both at the same time.
Oh, I already own it on Audible. I know in the ebook, so I could technically read it on my laptop whilst knitting. No, I wanted to sit down and just give it a good. Like, I've read this once physically, and every other time I've listened to it on audiobook, and I thought, no, I want to sit down and I want to read it this time around. I want to make notes. Actually, no, I can't start it yet. I don't have any sticky notes.
I've been continuing Inktober by doing adding another bit to the comic. So I was up to this where this was already done, so I just did the last little one.
Now, how did you know that, Brandon?
Oh, I wonder. He wouldn't have been on Laurel's stream, would he?
Yes, Sue. Damn switched on kids. Totally. Yeah. Brandon, if you like sci-fi, start with Altered Carbon. Altered Carbon.
Although, content warning for graphic violence, and sex and stuff. So if that's not your jam, just be warned.
Yeah. If you don't want to read an adult novel, don't read it. If you want a YA, don't go anywhere near these kids. These ones.
I'm trying to remember. I don't think I've read any YA
other
than Wiser by Becca.
I actually had one. I've recently gotten rid of it. I read 2 chapters and I got sick of it. Because my problem with YA is usually the absent parent annoys me, and the other one that really annoys me is you very obviously know who the love interest is going to be, and they immediately have to set it up so you don't like them, or so the main character doesn't like them, and it's and usually the reasons are so trivial. It's like, oh, he bumped me in the cafeteria and he spilt my milk all over me and I got so embarrassed. I'm just like, for fuck's sake, get over your life, honey. I spill shit on myself all the time.
I feel like mine is going to be less YA, if that's the case. I don't even know who the love interest is going to be now. It was meant to be one character, and then it ended up being more likely to be a different character, and now it's looking like a different character. So there's 3 different people it could end up being. But if it ends up with Marcus, because that seems to be like a potential for like later books.
Yeah. Look, it's you know what? Don't have a love interest.
Well, see, I might
have a few random sexual partners and leave it at that. I mean, she can get her jollies off and move on with life.
I'm probably leaning more towards that, to be honest,
because we don't need partners to exist.
Well, and also, like, I don't know if I can be bothered weaving like a romance plot into the other plot. Yeah. There's a lot of shit going on. I don't think they've got time for that. Like, there's strong friendships and connections, but like
that's all you need. Yeah. So okay. I'm saying this from the point of view of the fact that with my novel series, it is all about family and relationships. So yes, there is definitely a love interest involved there, but you don't necessarily need it. And this is, I'm going to get ranty, Renee. There's no point forcing the issue if you don't have a clear person to put in that box. Don't put anyone in there. Don't, because if you force someone into that situation, it's going to be obvious. I mean, readers aren't dumb. And I think that's one of the problems I have with YA is a lot of the times I feel like the relationships are forced, the misunderstandings forced, and then the shoved together's forced, and then the makeup's forced. And you're sitting there going,
the misunderstandings
games
solved in like 2 seconds if someone just said what they thought.
Yeah.
Oh,
did you like my impression of getting things spilt on you in the cafeteria? Yeah, look, I was single for 30 years of my life. 30 years. I didn't meet my husband until I was 30. I mean, now we're together, we have a beautiful son, but I had 30 years or a good 20 years of being in a society where most of the time women are like, well, who are you seeing? It's like, I'm not seeing anyone. I'm fine. I'm good. Thanks. A partner would be nice, but I haven't found the right person yet. I don't need to have someone to be complete yet. And sometimes I just think it'd be nice to read books where the female character isn't always pining after having someone or a particular person. Just anyway.
And that's the thing, like I started the plot of book 1 and now I'm actually leaning more back towards just having it as like a single thing. I think I'm just going to try and finish the single one and then read through it and see if what I can do with it. Yeah. And then
Brandon,
fine. But
just so long as you use protection. That's my caveat to that life advice. Make sure you have protection.
Yes. You don't want any STIs. But what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So it started when I was originally like plotting out which characters, one of the side characters that I had, because the plot was originally really different and the side character they were going to like bump into each other. And then because it was such a different plot, the dynamic between all of the other characters was really different as well. So they were going to like sort of pair up, not necessarily in a romantic way, but like they would team up to sort of complete this mission, and then at the end they would split from everyone and go off somewhere. So that was the original plot line, and that character kind of fulfilled the sort of love interest-ish kind of archetype from the very first when I was going, okay, what character types do I need? And then once I started like building the character's story, she had such an interesting like character development that she just became a really interesting character that lives in the world that sort of coincides with this mission. And when I was writing the book, and because I'd changed the plot, then the dynamic between these other characters was really different, and the more like relationshipy dynamic was between two of the crew. And that character was just completely separate. And I was like, shit, do I need her now? But then I was like, no, I took her out. I actually had this, I realized, because she was key to the end, like, climax mission. And I couldn't just bring in a character that late in the game.
Yeah.
Because that was like right towards the end of the book. So I was like, no, because there was the earlier scene that wasn't working where they meet. And I was like, shit, if I take that out, it's too late to bring her in then. So I need to bring her in earlier and introduce this character, even if it's going to look a lot different and it's going to be kind of weird, because I need that connection. So now it's just sort of like a weird chance encounter. I have no idea what the character's doing in the next book, but
you'll figure it out. Look, Laurel, in my current whip, I have a scene where the MC saying goodbye to her friend, who then reveals she expected them to live happily ever after together, and MC is just like, oh well, that's awkward. Yeah, and that's another thing is, people think they like someone, and that person ends up going off with someone else, or just goes, I'm not interested. I mean, how often do you see that in books? In particular, they always have to pair them up, and it's just like, but no, it's hey, look, as I said, look, I'm a bit of a, saying this a bit tongue in cheek, as in, because most of my stories are, there's romantic interests and there's, pairings and stuff, but that's because that's what I like writing about. So, but I don't necessarily have to read it all the time, if that makes sense.
More for me, it's more like that's completely secondary to the actual story. Like, it's not really relevant to any of it. So I will write it if I'm writing, like, and it just sort of happens with the characters interacting. If the characters are interacting that way,
good words there,
it'll just sort of evolve naturally that way. But if they're not, I'm not going to try and like shoehorn in pairing up couples. I also
too, though, I find it is very, I don't know about you, but I've been reading for a while over the years, and I find it's very easy to pick when an author's quite intentional about things, and it's quite obvious, okay, those two are meant to be together. Okay, I don't know exactly how, I don't know exactly when, those two are going to end up together, because it's set from scene one when they meet or whatever. It's not necessarily the pairing up that interests me, it's the how and the why. And I think that's what frustrates me so much about YA, is because so much of it is, oh, he stood on my foot when we were dancing and I tripped and I was and everyone laughed at me at the prom, and I'm just like, come on.
I was at the park the other day, and a scene popped into my head, and I took my notebook with me, so I just sat down and wrote this scene, because it was a scene that I'd thought of like ages ago. I don't think I've written it yet, or like I wrote a little bit of it ages ago, but it wasn't very good and it wasn't working, and just like the dialogue started pinging in my head, and I was like, I have to write this down. So now I have like a scene that's from, I've got to fit in there earlier, but it's one of the people who you could consider a potential love interest, and she punches him in the face.
Yeah.
So
we're all talking about big families.
Yeah.
Hey, my dad is one of 12, I think, and my mum is one of 5. Yeah, 5. My mum's one of 5. So we have a fair few cousins. But the thing is, though, is my dad is the youngest of said 12. So a lot of my cousins were 40 when I was 10.
That was me. Yeah, that was me too. I have a lot of my cousins are my half brother's age, so they're in their 40s.
Yeah.
And my half brother is like, I was a baby at his 21st birthday, So,
oh, look, we've done the same in this generation. My oldest brother, his son is 17 this year. Yeah, and his daughter's already 22, 23. My other brother doesn't have kids. My sister, who's younger than me, her youngest is 3 this year. And then we've got Mark. So it's we've done the same thing. I mean, you know, we're going to be able to pay the older cousins to babysit the kids, which is good.
Yeah. Yeah, I had the same thing because I'm the kid of like a second marriage. So
yeah,
all of the first generation, like I'm the same age as my second cousins.
I've got a few second cousins that are my age. Yeah, but just because the age difference, and it was a lot different when my parents were growing up because my parents are a lot older than some people. Because I'm 40, guys. I'm 40 today. My mum was mid-20s when she had me. Yeah, because she was in her 30s when she had my sister. So, yeah. So we're not a young family, but my dad, being the youngest of all of his siblings, my dad was born in the 50s, wasn't he? So they used to, you know, grow up, get married, have kids at like 20, 25. So I've got a lot of older. Oh my God, hold on. Okay. You can come in. Oh, third child interruption. What was I saying? Yeah, so we've got, like, I've got second cousins that are my age or a little bit younger or a little bit older, and they've had kids 10, 20 years ago. So technically third cousins to me, second cousins to Mark, still third cousins, but they're all older than him. So I don't know. It's going to be, if we ever do a big clan gathering, because my dad's side's Scottish, so they're a clan. If we ever do a big clan gathering, it's going to be a very, very interesting.
Yeah, when the Armstrongs catch up, there's like, well, we haven't actually done it properly since I think my grandma's 85th, and that was when I was about 5 years old, and she's dead now, but that doesn't really happen very much.
Don't be sorry, Sue. I don't mind being 40. It's just like being 30, except I'm more tired.
We had, I think that was like the last massive family gathering was my grandma's 85th birthday when I was about 5, and it was like 50 cousins and their families, like all the, like there's a family photo of like everyone, and it's like a photo of the entire school sort of thing. Yeah. You know? Fergus Mullen. Hey, Owen. No.
Come on, Missy, I'm sorry. You get your bottom.
Wow.
She wants to be held, but she doesn't want to be held.
Oh,
look at this neck. Look how clean this neck is. My baby girl has been wound-free for 3 months. All through the spring transition, when allergies tend to act up on changes in the weather, and her skin's all still fine. And you know what it is? I took out chicken meal out of her diet. Guess what is in every commercial cat food you can purchase? Chicken meal. Oh. I think Dr. Arlen's telling me it's bedtime. Hey?
Oh, so cute. So cute.
Oh, I'm just so glad she's finally better. It was doing our head in trying to figure out what was wrong with her. And I was telling the vet a year ago, 2 years ago, I think it's a food allergy. Every time we change the food, it clears up. Then a couple of months later, it comes back and we look at the food again and they've added in chicken meal, and then they do it again and I find another food. And, she's been on an elimination diet now for 5 months.
There's a place out near Mum and Dad that is like a pet mince shop. Like there's a full shop that's dedicated to all of the like fresh food, dry food, dried bones and stuff and all that. And they use, I think, like they have like kangaroo mints and stuff as well.
Yeah. She's actually I'll recommend them heartily if you're in Melbourne. They're a company called bestforpets.com.au, and she's a lovely lady. Oh, what was her name? Is it Sally or Callie? Something along those lines. She pretty much minces it herself. Well, she doesn't mince it herself, but she literally gets the pure mince from the factory. And the only difference between the human grade one and the cat grade kangaroo mince is what did she say? Probably it was something like that. It was something like the cleanling. It was something like they don't use the grinder for anything else or something. When the one they use for the pets, they sometimes grind everything else in it. So it's cleaned, but it's not. But it's like when you get warning saying may contain nuts. It's because the factory machines have been used for a nut-filled product, and they've been on that food. We had a little bit of an incident where they were puking a lot, but I think that was just them being little shits. But it is effectively chicken mince. That's it. There's nothing else in it but chicken mince and a few extra like vitamins and minerals, and that's it. And they've been really good. Both of them have been good on it. Oh my God, JJ snoring. I'm gonna see if I can get this. You got to see this.
The last two comments. Kitty.
That's his leg. Hang on. So I've got you all attached to everything, so I've got to be careful that I don't spill my soda water.
And
he's sleeping with his eyes half open. He's a freaky kitty. He's done that since the day we got him. He sleeps with his eyes half open. It's the freakiest thing. Oh, is this?
Oh, adorable.
Oh, Brandon.
Oh.
Not that bad. But I tell you what, if it meant making sure my cat didn't have allergies, I would have fed her anything. It's horrible. It got to the point with the vet, because it got really bad one day. My husband took her down. And the vet turned around to my husband and said, if you do not stop her scratching, she is going to cut her artery open and you are going to find her dead on the floor in a pool of her own blood. She had that, like her gouges were that deep on her neck. It was horrendous. And she's his little girl. Little girl. I'll come home. David's been on night shift, so he's been asleep, hasn't he? And he's lying on the couch watching a movie, and he's snugging up next to Daddy, and crook of the arm, watching the movie with Daddy. She likes movies. And he's JJ just sitting on the side going, well, I didn't get invited. I thought it was the best pies in London.
I think they were the worst ones at the beginning, and then they changed the recipe, and they were the best pies in London.
I have not seen that, but considering our discussion, I think I know where that movie's headed.
Welcome to Whoop Whoop.
Is that just half of no friggin' idea? Oh dear. Anyway, guys, it's getting close to 2 hours, and we did say we're going to cut it at 1.
Yeah, it's almost 10. No wonder we're tired. It's almost like 11. No, it's not
9:15. But yeah, it's 10 o'clock. Well, no, hang on. It's technically okay. It's meant to be 8:15. It's 9:15. I fucking hate hate daylight savings. Just cannot deal with it. Oh, anyway, at least the little fella's asleep. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Okay, so anyone got any questions in the chat? Other my rant on pet food. Yes, they like stupid dogs. I don't get it. What we should just do is one day just jump forward half an hour or jump back half an hour and just leave it. Just leave it. Because the cows don't know when it's milking. The cows don't know that it's jump forward an hour and it's milking time. I can't stand it.
Now I've got like Sweeney Todd in my head as well.
Thanks, Sue. Yeah. Oh, thank you all for joining me. It's been a bit. Oh, hello, Arwen. You coming to say hello? You coming to say good night? Let me just move the keyboard so you don't turn the stream off straight. Come on. No, you're just going to show everyone your starfish and your dicky tail. Well, we know she's feeling better because she would normally just go hide somewhere and not come and visit. So,
oh, kitty.
See, there's a good view of the neck, all clean. I'm going to purr into the microphone. Oh yes, I got Deep Purple working today.
Ooh.
Figured out what it was. It was my fault.
What was it?
I had the USBs around the wrong order because only one of my USBs is a powered port. You said hello.
Wow.
She's gonna sit here. Oh, don't lick me. Oh God. Her tongue is so. Yeah. Just.
The stream's been taken over by the cats.
Yes. If it's not the child, it's the cat. Hey?
All of the children taking over the stream.
Oh, they are my fur children. So it's quite funny because when I was first pregnant with Mark, they said, what was it? I think it was my mum said something about the cats. You know, oh, they're going to get jealous. And I said, no, they're still my fur kids. She's like, but I was like, JJ's my eldest, Arwen's my second, Mark's number 3.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, thank you, Laurel. Thank you.
Mark is the third oldest child.
Yes. I'll tell you what, though, JJ's adopted him big time. Yes, Chocolate Starfish was a good band. They were very good. Okay, is it time to go to bed? Is it Missy Moo? The problem is they're molting like crazy at the moment, and they're not allowed outside because neither of them wear collars. And let's just face it, it's safer for the local wildlife if they don't go outside. But we're planning on doing a cat run around the backyard. God, I can't wait for it. But because the weather's been getting really nice lately, we keep opening the back door and just letting the nice sunlight air come in. And they're both just sitting at the back door going, can we go out in the sun? Okay. It's time to finish up, is it?
She wants attention.
She does. She's actually... No, don't chew my wrist protector. Don't chew that. I got one of those keyboard gel things. And, yes, apparently it's rather tasty. Okay? So, yeah, guys, we'll call it a night. So is there anything you want to spruik or plug tonight, Charlotte, before we head off?
I've got a vlog out if you haven't seen it yet. I put it out yesterday. I think I was just sort of like experimenting with what time I put it out, but I think it wasn't a very good time to put it out because it took a while.
It was perfect for me because Mark had just gone down, and I went, "Oh, cool! I got something to watch."
It was good Australia time, but like I think a lot of my subscribers are in the US or UK as well, and they were all asleep.
Yeah. Oh, but see, the thing is, though, is it happens in reverse too. I wake up every morning and I have like 10 notifications of people uploading things. So I don't have a problem with that. But I think that's more along the lines of I'm quite happy to go through and say, watch later, watch later, watch later, watch later, and then watch it all in one hit at a later date. So
yeah. So I have that. I've got a project with Becca C. Smith coming out in a few weeks. If I can pull my out. Huh?
I'm looking forward to finding out about that.
Yeah, I'll tell you after the stream. I need to actually message someone else about that as well, which I'll try and do tonight because they are also in America, and I keep trying to be like, when is the optimum time to message this person so that they see it? But I have that coming out. I've filmed a couple of vlogs, but like parts of vlogs. I didn't actually film anything today though.
I tried to vlog today, but a lot of it is just me and Mark eating.
Well, I vlogged Friday and yesterday, but there's not really a coherent through line to it, so I might need to film a few bits for that hopefully I'll have something out next weekend. I also just bought a hair dye, so I might have me attempting to bleach and dye my hair video coming out.
That could be fun.
I might try and do like a Projectober thing as well, with like a summary of what I'm working on this month, because that would be easy to sort of do some filler.
Yeah. Now I actually want to record a podcast this week, a proper podcast, guys, a proper knitting and crafting podcast. So I really want to get it done. I have been hanging to record a podcast for about 12 months since I shut down my last account and I started this account because I couldn't change the name satisfactory, because the old name was something like what was it, Craftaholic or something, and because I am a craftaholic, I just love all the crafts. And but I've been meaning to, ever since then, actually sit down and record a proper podcast about knitting and a little bit about my writing, but mainly knitting and whatever other crafty shit I'm doing. And I just haven't done it yet. So this week, it's on my to-do list for this week. You're right, Missy. Can you see this nose?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Hey? Yeah. Anyway, and look, guys, if you haven't got a copy of Where is BaaBaa, I do have the links below for the Amazons. I'm pretty sure if you click on any of them, it'll bounce you to the closest Amazon in your region. But because that's what it does to me with Australia all the time. And I do have the signed copies. I've still got a few signed copies available, but shipping is pretty nasty. So if you're worried about shipping, I do recommend you get on the Amazon. And you just miss out on a couple of nice trinkets. But if you're not worried about shipping, we've got some fun goodies to go with it. So anyway, guys, we'll call it a night. Stay safe, stay well. Thank you all for coming to my birthday / launch party.
Happy birthday